Hi everyone, my name is Megan and welcome back to What's Your Why. A few minutes ago I remembered I didn't put on any eyebrows or any makeup, but it's okay, we're not going to talk about that because this interview is not about me, it is about the amazing Lynsey Bennett. Lynsey's going to take over in a few minutes and she's going to walk us all through her why, but before that I just wanted to take a minute to thank Lynsey for sharing her why with us. I think we could all learn so much from Lynsey's journey in life. I started following her on social media about 2 or 3 months ago, and from the day I pressed follow up until now, like, Lynsey has just inspired me and she's had my heart. She is living a life that is not easy. She's a phenomenal person. She's a great mom and she's been faced with some really tough stuff. She lost her mom 7.5 years ago. She's currently facing cervical cancer for the third time, and unfortunately this time round it's terminal. And despite all of this stuff, she still has such an incredibly fresh outlook on life, and I just think it's something that we could all learn so much from. So watch this interview, mind your heart, follow Lynsey along her journey, send her some love. Lynsey has the brightest laugh and the biggest smile, so I know you're all going to love watching this.
My name is Lynsey. I'm 32 years of age. I come from the Midlands in Ireland. I have two little girls. I had two amazing parents. Unfortunately, my mum passed away from cancer 7.5 years ago, which I think will leave you forever with a lonely feeling that only someone who loses a parent will ever understand. And I always said from the day she died, I could be in a room with 100 people that I loved and adored, and I would still feel that ache missing her. It's never going to go away. I think when you lose a parent, you lose one of your security blankets, and it's just devastating. But I think you really understand pain, and so no matter what someone comes to you with, any problems and stuff they have, you just think, yeah, if it hurts as much as it does not having my mammy around, I'm like, I want to take that pain away for someone. A lot of people might find me loud and all that, but that I actually, I would do anything for anybody. I'm so thankful and grateful that I have friends that will come to me and ask me for help, and they know that even though I'm now terminal, but I mean I've had cancer 3 times now in 4 years, and even when I was sick, people still knew that you can come to me anytime. It doesn't matter. Might not know all the answers, but I will surely help you try and get in a better place.
Just as you're speaking now, I'd love to just get a sense of how are you actually doing right now?
I was crying till I'd say 10 o'clock last night. I had a new bed dropped to my house, but it's a motorized one, because I'm expected to not have huge mobility. I have constant pain every time I eat, or I have night terrors at times, and it's all part of the cervical cancer. I was going into the doctors and I was like, my mom's back in my dreams and she's telling me my cancer's back, and they were just like, no, it's not. She was right. Yeah. My dreams were right.
I'd love to get a bit of a sense of what your journey has been like so far.
It's just been devastating. There's been one blow after another. I had my hysterectomy, then there was complications from that. It's been constant. I've seen St. James's Hospital for appointments, scans, admissions, operations, every month, bar maybe 3 or 4 months of the pandemic out of the last 4 years. So it's just been constant. Having to leave the girls all the time. It's been so hard, and I feel so guilty as a mammy. Like, I used to have patience. I went and I did positive parenting courses and everything like that because I was like, I want to be the best mommy in the world. I brought them to the Gibson there. What scared me is I knew I wasn't really feeling like I was well enough to probably have many more of those, of it just being me and them. It's hard to know that things are only going to get harder and stuff, because this journey, I've literally like tried to put my best foot forward so many times. And I know my friends be like, you know, sometimes you treat like cancer like it's the flu, Lynsey, but I think it's the only way. When I have my down days, like yesterday, I was like, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to be as miserable as I want. Like, don't even bother trying to tell her about any silver linings. Because as important as, like, you know, being positive is, when you feel crappy, you need to let out those emotions and let the bad days be bad. Have your moan for 2 or 3 days and then be like, right, okay, we're back at this again, and we've got this. Being sad and mad and stuff isn't going to let me enjoy any good times I possibly could have. My favourite line that I've heard was, even though I can carry it, doesn't mean it isn't heavy. And I think that is really something that makes sense when I think of me and I think of this journey.
Your journey has been really tough, and it is really tough. I watched my mom go through it, and I think it's great that you can put so much of your energy into helping others and minding them. But like, what helps your heart through all of this?
I think like one thing I love the most is like being on the couch with the girls and watching movies. Like, I also adore going out and dancing on a dance floor. I love that. And that's why it's been extra hard this time. When you're a ticking time bomb, you're like, no, coronavirus just for a week there. Thanks, babe. Head off. So, but yeah, just doing little things, making memories, just makes my heart happy.
You're saying really tough stuff, and like, the smile just isn't leaving your face.
As my counsellor says to me, you're just a very practical person, and very logical person. Not last night. I was like, but yeah, no, I'm just like, unfortunately, the one thing we are all sure of in life is death. Now, it's devastating to know that, like, it doesn't sound like mine will be later in life.
My mom used to always say that, like, the one thing we're all guaranteed is that we're all going to die at some stage. But do you feel like you've come to peace with the fact that, like, it might happen to you sooner?
Like, I've made peace with the fact that I'm going to have to die. I somehow, I haven't made complete peace with the fact that I'm going to have to die sooner. And I can't make peace with the fact I'll have to leave the girls. That is something that I just can't make peace with. And I get carried away some days and I'm just like, you know, who's going to make sure that they're told it doesn't matter how well or how bad you do when you're leaving cert? You know, who's going to tell them it doesn't matter if you don't want to go to college? Don't let anyone put pressure on you. Do you? So that's something I can't make peace with, you know. And I think no matter how many people try and support you, your mammy just goes that little bit extra. And I think, you know, that's my thing with death. It's leaving the girls, you know. And you know, even though, like, I'm trying to leave them all the advice I can, and I'm trying to write as many birthday cards as I can, nearly till age 100 ones, just so they always have one to open from me. That is my thing that kills me. that around me dying. And I'm sure all mammies want to support everyone till the end, but just knowing that you more than likely don't have the chance to get to like an older age, it's really, really crappy. You know, the dying, it's something we all have to do, but it's leaving your little girls is just something that doesn't sit with me at all, you know.
You're incredible for talking about it, and so many people stay in the denial stage for so long that like you're so prepared for, like they're so lucky to have someone that cares and loves them so much, and you want that love to live on forever, and it will, like, you know, from losing your mom, like that love doesn't die when they die, it lives on forever. And this isn't looking for a silver lining for them or anything. Losing your mom is always going to be tough, but having lost yours, is there anything that you'd like to pass on to them from what you've learned?
That, you know, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel lonely. More than likely they'll see me in her horrendous state, and I want them to, you know, go for counselling and, you know, just say like how everything makes them feel, and, you know, that to be at peace for me. And, you know, you eventually will build it back up. That pain never, ever, ever goes away. And, you know, but, you know, unfortunately, this is life. And I just want them to always know how proud I am. And just remember, if you end up in trouble, I'm not there to bail you out of jail. I'm laughing like some of the videos and stuff I've made for my funeral and stuff is like for people who attend and stuff, and I'm just like, you know, I was saying to someone there, I was just like, yeah, I've all these videos made now, and I've told everybody, like, you know, be grand, like, don't be crying too much about me. And then I was like, the better cry at funeral though. If I don't see tears at that funeral, you know. But yeah, that's, I'm just like, I want tears, but not too many. My mom's funeral, there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people at it, like, and we have like a big church, and there was people having to stand outside the doors, up in balconies, up stairways, like, I think there was close to nearly 300 or 400 at it, you know, and I remember thinking, wow, imagine to have like impacted that many people's lives is just amazing. And I was like, wow, if I even have half that amount of people, it'll be amazing. You know, I've always wanted to make a change in the world though.
Like, links me to one of the last questions that there is, and it's up to your own interpretation, but just when you were speaking there, I do think that everyone has like a purpose in their short time that we have in life. But what do you think your why is?
What do I think my why is? Yeah, I don't really know. I would like to think that I'm here to help, that I'm here to show that, you know, no matter what you go through, no matter how hard things are, that if you really do want to have, you know, some happiness, some peace in your life, and some gratitude, you know, you can still have those no matter what you go through, and I hope that I'm here to help people feel loved, feel wanted, feel that life is worth living, and to raise two beautiful little girls.